If you're stacking a little bit of everything, if you're stacking some of that 90%, if you're stacking some of that pure silver, even though they both have their pros and their cons, each of their pros outweigh the other one's cons and essentially cancel them out. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and staying safe. It's a great day to have a great day. Today I wanted to talk about silver and compare and contrast pure silver to junk silver. The 3.9's fine, the 4.9's fine, to 40% and to 90%. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there, go check it out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to get some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel, I would really appreciate it. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. But today, I wanted to talk about silver and the different levels of purity, because there is constitutional silver, which is not pure silver. Then there's the generic silver rounds, silver bars, even the pure silver coins, which are 3.9's fine or 4.9's fine pure silver. They each have their pros and their cons. Some people prefer one over the other. I myself do actually prefer pure silver. I do like the 3.9's fine silver eagles, the 4.9 fine maple leaves, and a bunch of other coins like that. I do like the 10-ounce pure silver bars. I do like the silver rounds. That's just my thing. But I do understand the importance of 90% as well. So that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to start out with the 90%. I'm going to run through this really quick because I talk about this quite often. But for those of you who do not know how to calculate how many 90% silver coins it would take to equate to just about a troy ounce of silver, it would take about 14 silver dimes. Doesn't matter if it's a Mercury dime, doesn't matter if it's a Roosevelt dime. A 90% silver dime is a 90% silver dime. It would take about 14 of them. In order to get to about a troy ounce with quarters, doesn't matter if it's a standing Liberty quarter, doesn't matter if it's a Washington quarter, a 90% silver quarter is a 90% silver quarter. It would take about just about six silver quarters to equate to a troy ounce of silver. And then as for silver half dollars, pre-65 silver half dollars, which I know this is a 68, and I'll talk about this momentarily, but it would take about just about three 90% silver half dollars to equate to a troy ounce of silver. So 3 half dollars, 6 quarters, 14 dimes to get to roughly a troy ounce of silver. I think it's pretty easy to work with. I understand the importance of that 90%. I will be honest though, my first year of stacking, I really didn't like it. I didn't really pick up any 90% silver. I did toward the end of my first year, but for the first, 10, 11 months, I didn't really want anything to do with the 90%. I didn't feel like it was anything exciting. It wasn't anything that got me enthusiastic about stacking the silver. It wasn't anything. I knew it was adding to the stack. I knew it was getting weight, more silver content, but it wasn't anything I was getting excited about. Even though for the most part I was stacking generic rounds, American Eagles, and Canadian Maple Leafs over and over and over again, for some strange reason, when I was working with the pure silver, that's what got me excited about stacking. To this day, I'm far more excited about pure silver than I am about junk silver. But then moving into my second year of stacking, I truly started to understand the importance of that constitutional silver. The main reason for this was because, really quick, I interrupt this video to let you know I am going to be doing a live stream in the VIP club tonight around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's a ton of other perks, not just live streams. Link in the description if you want to join. I started to learn that with silver in denominations like these, they're essentially fractional silver coins. Now you can get fractional pure silver coins from other countries. They carry a pretty high premium. You can get generic fractional silver rounds and bars. They also carry a ridiculously high premium. But these right here, due to the fact that they're just not pure silver, they typically carry a significantly lower premium, and for the most part, at least up until March of 2020, if you wanted to get almost the cheapest possible silver you can get your hands on, you would go with the constitutional silver. Carries a low premium. It's some of the most recognizable coins out there. And they're just that. They're a coin. It's not like working with a round or a bar. It's not like working with something generic or some secondary market piece of silver that some people might not recognize or might not trust or might not desire. You're working with a coin, something that's backed by a sovereign government. And it's an American coin, which is the most sought after coins in any country, if they're going after the silver, that is. So moving into the second year, I started to accept that 90% silver was a pretty good idea. So I started getting at least $1 face value with every single pickup. Every single time I would get new silver, whether it's at the coin shop, whether it's online, alongside my silver eagles and maples and generic rounds and generic bars, I would throw in at least $1 face value of that 90%. So 2 half dollars, 10 dimes, or 4 quarters. Just to begin diversifying. And then when I moved into my third year of stacking, that's when I actually really became a fan of 90%. See, at first, during my first year, I didn't really like it, didn't really want much to do with it. The second year, I started to embrace it. The third year is when I really started to like it. I started ordering bags of 90% silver. And what drove me to do this was March of 2020, as I mentioned earlier in the video, when we saw spot price go up, when we saw premiums go way up. I decided, even though I was going after relatively low premium silver to begin with, the eagles, the maples, the generics, I figured, hey, you know what? While the prices are up right now, I'm going to go for the cheapest stuff I can get my hands on, which is simultaneously some of the most recognizable stuff you can get your hands on, that 90%. So in addition to 90% silver, there's also the less popular, less desired 40% silver, such as these half dollars over here. Now, I will be honest, to this day, I have still not converted any of my dollars into 40%. Never got any 40% by converting my dollars into it. Never picked up any on my own. The reason I have these is just because I found them, believe it or not. I've told that story in a couple other videos, so I'm not even going to get into it. But I found a coin pouch full of 90% and 40% silver half dollars. So that's why I have a nice handful of some 40%. So when people think of junk silver, they're mostly thinking of pre-65. But when it comes to half dollars, for a few short years after the silver coins were no longer 90% silver, the half dollars, for a few short years, 40% silver. And then they took silver out of the half dollars and all of the coins entirely. Wonder why they did that. It was almost as if they knew that silver was valuable and would become increasingly more valuable over time. But maybe I'm just thinking too far into it. So when it comes to 40% silver, if you want to calculate it, each one of these contains roughly 0.1479 troy ounces. So almost 15% of a troy ounce, just about. So if my basic math is correct, it would take about 7 of these to equate to just about a troy ounce of silver. In fact, I'm pretty sure it would be 1.03 troy ounces of silver. But if you're working exclusively with 40% silver half dollars, that's the closest you can get to a troy ounce, and it's close enough. 7 silver half dollars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This right here is just about a troy ounce of silver. So that's how you can calculate that. And I will be honest, even though I wasn't that big of a fan of 90% silver and became a fan of 90% silver, still to this day, I'm not the biggest fan of 40%. And I know a lot of people out there aren't too big of a fan of 40% either. It's not a very popular level of purity. It's not a very popular denomination of silver. Not too many people are overly enthusiastic about the 40% silver, but at the end of the day, silver is silver. If you find a deal, if you find an opportunity to get it for a ridiculously low premium or ridiculously close to spot, potentially get it at spot, it's not something you would want to turn your back on, at least not in my opinion. Now, there are some people out there who hate on 40% silver. There are some people out there saying that 40% silver is like a waste or whatever, and to be honest with you, people like that are brain dead. If they don't see the fact that there is still silver present in those 40% silver half dollars, then hey, you know what? I'm not going to try to talk them into it. More for me, that's the way I see it. I'm not here to convince anyone of anything. If you don't want the silver, if you're going to be picky, if you're going to be like one of those little kids that are like a picky eater,
I don't want Cheerios, I want Fruit Loops.
Then hey, you know what? More cereal for me, more silver for me. That's the way I see it. But when it comes to the 40% silver, just remember about 7 of them equate to approximately 1 troy ounce of silver. And that's what I love about the 90%, and also you could say the 40% as well. You can break a troy ounce. You can make change for a troy ounce if you ever needed to or if you ever wanted to. And I really appreciate that, and I really respect that. But now moving away from the 40%, the 90%, there's also other denominations. There's 35%, there's 80%. You can get coins from all different countries, and they have different levels of purity. They all weigh different amounts of silver. But moving away from the quote-unquote junk silver or the constitutional silver, let's talk about the pure silver, my favorite type of silver. When I first got started stacking, my very first piece of silver was a generic silver round. And I continued to pick up generic silver rounds for probably my first 6 months. Then after that, I like to say that I graduated on to pure silver coins. For the most part, it was the Silver Eagle. I liked the fact that it was the most recognizable pure silver coin on the planet. And at the time, you can get them for a ridiculously low premium. They had roughly the same price tag as silver maple leafs, silver kangaroos, silver Philharmonics, Britannias, Libertads. They were all going for roughly the same dollar amount. But then, back to mentioning March of 2020, when the whole world got shaken up, the premiums on Silver Eagles went through the roof. I'm talking about, they went wildly high. The Maples, the Philharmonics, the Britannias, and some of those other coins, yeah, the premiums went up a little bit, as they did on all silver, because everybody was flocking to silver. But on Silver Eagles, they went all the way up. We were originally looking at about $2 premiums before everything came crashing down, and then after everything came crashing down, I remember seeing $5 to $10 premiums. I remember seeing $15 premiums on a lot of different sites. A lot of people were going to the Silver Eagle, and that was just a friendly little reminder that even during times of complete and total chaos, this is still the superior coin. Now, I'm not saying it blows all the other coins out of the water completely. I'm not saying it's the best coin and all the other coins are terrible. I believe those other coins that I listed before, Maple, Philharmonic, Britannia, Libertads, coins like that, I believe that they are all tied for second. A very close second, by the way. I wouldn't say that the Silver Eagle is that much better, but I would say it is absolutely the superior of the pure silver 1 troy ounce coins. So I had to take a break from Silver Eagles after stacking them for about 2 straight years. See, March of 2020 was right around when I was maybe 2.5 years deep into stacking. My first 6 months, it was nothing but generic rounds. Then I graduated onto the Silver Eagles and a variety of other coins. But for the most part, the Silver Eagle, this is the foundation of my stack. And I spent the next 2 years stacking almost nothing but Silver Eagles. Of course, I'd throw in some Canadian Maple Leafs. Of course, I'd throw in some Britannias. Of course, I'd throw in a variety of other different types of coins. You can see some on screen. Got a Queen's Beast. We got the Kraken right there. And I have plenty more in the safe I actually have quite a bit next to me over here as well. Here's another Canadian coin. But point being is, even though I would stack a variety of different coins, the foundation and the base of my stack was always the Silver Eagle. Until the premiums went through the roof like they did in March of 2020. And unfortunately, I had to take a break from the Silver Eagles. I had to step away temporarily from my favorite silver coin, the most recognizable silver coin out there. And a lot of people were telling me, why not pay the high premium for that 1 troy ounce silver coin if the spot price is just going to keep going up? What difference does it make? And I said, well, I could pay $15 over spot for that particular silver coin, or I could just pay $5 over spot for almost any other silver coin. See, if the spot price goes up, sure, that's a win, but the way I see it is, why pay more than you have to? Even though Silver Eagles are, I believe, the #1 pure silver 1 troy ounce coin, but at the end of the day, silver, that's what I learned. 2020 was not the year to be picky. 2020 was not the year to say, no, I don't want that, I want this instead. 2020 was the year of being able to get whatever you can get your hands on for the lowest possible premium, which is why, for the most part, I stacked almost nothing but 90% silver coins last year. From March through December, almost nothing but 90% silver coins. I picked up quite a bit of gold as well. I did pick up some pure silver. I got that 10-ounce silver bar. It was the bar that everybody knows as the 10-ounce silver bar you can get at spot. I technically got it below spot. I got that Queen's Beast that's on screen right there, and that Silver Kraken, which typically carry a little bit higher over premium. I got them both relatively close to spot before spot price surpassed the $20 mark. So that was just, I guess, a little bit of luck on my part. I got lucky there, but I don't want to insinuate that I got absolutely nothing but 90%. But for the most part, that's where my attention was. Got a bunch of silver quarters, dimes. I don't believe I got any half dollars at all, but I did get plenty of quarters and dimes and whatnot. Mercury dimes, Roosevelt dimes. Some of them are still in these little cardboard flips. Some of them I got in plastic bags. Some of them I got just individual coins and envelopes. I got it from anywhere I can get my hands on. I had every tab open on my computer, and I was checking almost every single day. Where's the best deal? Where can I get the most bang for my buck? Where can I get the most money for my currency? And the reason I was doing so much online deal hunting was because when everything closed down for almost the entire year last year, keep in mind, I live in New Jersey. New Jersey's a very ridiculous state. Coin shop was closed pretty much all year, so that was out of the question. So I was doing a lot of online deal hunting. I got a bunch of silver off of eBay, a bunch of silver off of APMEX, JM Bullion, SD, Provident Metals, Hero Bullion. I got a bunch of silver from everywhere. Mostly 90%. Mostly that junk. Mostly that constitutional silver. Because guess what? Silver is still silver. And even though I wasn't a fan of it at the time, I kind of became a fan of it. I started to understand and appreciate and respect the fact that I could use the 90% to break a troy ounce if I ever needed to or if I ever wanted to. Again, if I had to break an ounce of silver, I can do so with about 7 40% silver half dollars, about 3 90% silver half dollars, about 6 90% silver quarters, or about 14 silver dimes. And I knew that from the beginning. But for some strange reason, it took me a little bit of time for it to click, I guess you can say. But at the end of the day, pure silver has its pros and its cons. 90% has its pros and its cons. 40% has its pros and its cons. Kilo bars have their pros and their cons. Fractional silver has its pros and its cons. Silver as a metal has its pros and its cons. Gold has its pros and its cons. But the way I see it, if you're stacking a little bit of everything, if you're stacking some of that 90%, if you're stacking some of that pure silver, even though they both have their pros and their cons, each of their pros outweigh the other one's cons and essentially cancel them out. In my opinion, and from my perspective, not a financial advisor, nothing on this channel is financial advice. Make sure you're doing your own research, forming your own opinions, making your own decisions based off of your conclusions, not mine. But I'm very curious, everybody watching this video right now, what are your thoughts when it comes to that junk silver, that 90%, that 40%, the constitutional silver? Do you prefer it over pure silver? Do you like the silver quarters, dimes, and half dollars, maybe even the piece dollars or the Morgan dollars, more than the silver eagles, the maples, the Britannias, the Libertads, the Philharmonics, and other coins like that? Head on down to the comments and let me know your preference when it comes to the level of purity of the precious metals. And if anybody's interested in joining the Precious Metals VIP Club, it's where I can do things on my own terms, not on YouTube's terms, my terms. I'm hosting privately held live streams. They're smaller, easier to manage. I will be going live tonight around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm also doing giveaways, discounts, personalized promo codes, shoutouts, deal alerts when silver and gold is on sale on a variety of different websites. And of course, you can watch all of the videos early and commercial free. Come join the Precious Metals VIP Club. It'll be the first link in the description. You're invited. I'd be happy to have you. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 2,000 subscribers. We just hit 1,500, and I appreciate that. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products. T-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, such as the recently released Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin, which, by the way, is helping us raise a little bit of funds and awareness for ocean cleanup charity organizations at no additional cost to you. It comes out of my pocket, not yours. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, once again, what are your thoughts on pure silver versus junk silver? The 3.9's fine, the 4.9's fine, over the 90%, over the 40%, or the 35%, or the 80%, or the whatever percent. Which is your preference? Do you prefer coins like the Silver Eagle? Or do you prefer coins like silver half dollars? Does the level of purity matter to you? Are you picky when it comes to that? Or do you stack them both pretty evenly? Because maybe you see it the way I see it. Silver is silver, regardless of the denomination, regardless of the level of purity. Silver is silver. So you stack it all. Maybe go about 50-50, or maybe you prefer one over the other. Maybe you exclude one altogether. You want nothing to do with it. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.